I am so excited to share my new website and how I did it and everything else because we've used a different system. We're going to go through what my new website looks like, how I've done it. I'll even walk you through like how I've been updating it, so if you want to use the same system you can. And then we're going to go through what I hope to achieve next because it is a bit different. So first of all, I am with MailerLite for my newsletter. And MailerLite offer a free plan if you are under 1,000 subscribers. Within that, you can also get a free website. But with the free website, there are some limitations. You can't have your own domain. So I am paying to keep my domain name for now, but I'm not using my domain name. Try saying that quickly. For a few different reasons, which I will go through so you can see if it's something that you want to do as well. So as part of being an indie author, I am trying to save money where I can. And this is one area, my website, where I've decided I can try and reduce the cost a little bit for now, because I would rather use that money somewhere else. And it was actually my husband that helped me realise that that was what I wanted to do. So I was with a company called Name Hero for my website. So the first year I got reduced price, as you normally do when you move around, and then last year it went up to full price, and I was like, yeah, I'm fine with that cost. I didn't have the time, the bandwidth to sort of like move my website about, so I stayed there. But then something happened that sort of left me feeling a bit weird. I was like, no, I think I want to move. And then other things happened that made the new MailerLite website the viable option for me right now. So basically I had paid before the due date for both my domain name and for my web hosting, paid via PayPal. Now last year when I'd done it, I had set up not to take automatic payments, hence why it came through saying I had to pay, did all that, and then on the deadline date, it then took the costs again. So I messaged them saying, oh, it's been taken again, but I've already paid. I've got the emails saying that I've paid and everything. So basically, they tried to make it out as my fault to begin with. But then after a bit of back and forth, they said apparently it's a known issue that when you pay via PayPal, it resets it or something like that. Or it allows you to do automatic payments again, even though I'd already selected no to that. So of course I didn't think I needed to go back and reselect it. Anyway, by the time they sent me the money back, because it takes it out in dollars and I'm in UK pounds, there was discrepancy in the amount. I basically lost some money because of the exchange rates. They wouldn't give me that money because they said it wasn't their fault, not that it's my fault either. And so I was like, right, well, that sort of left me in a bit of a bad mood with you. And once my mood with somebody goes down, I struggle to carry on in that same environment. Then I was looking at other options and I thought the MailerLite option would be a good option for me. Sorry, I realised how often I've said the word option. A few different reasons. One, there is a free option. There is a free option to have, you can have 5 web pages. If you pay for the paid plan, then you can have unlimited pages and a lot more. You can also then transfer your domain name over, so the URL will have your website in it, your domain name. However, I'm not doing that this year because it's going to cost about $120 or £120, I can't remember, which is fine within the grand scheme of things for websites. That was good. But then my husband said, but you're trying to save money right now. Would that money be better off put into some advertising when my 3rd book comes out? And I said, well, yes, it would. However, obviously in the back of my books and stuff, I have got my domain name, the URL for that. So I'm going to have to change it all over. But I decided that was fine for me. So for this next year, I am going to have a website that I'll put the website on the screen for you. So we have, I think it's the MailerLite.io that you have. So it'll be rianneedwardsauthor.mailerlite.io or something like that. But I will put it on the screen for you. Hang on, my eye's going. And that is my website. So that is what I have to add into all of my books, which is fine for my ebooks because that can be changed like really quickly. I'm unsure what I'm going to do about my paperbacks. I think I might put the landing page in because then I can keep that landing page there. And then when I do eventually upgrade and have my domain name over, then there'll be a link on that. I'll have like a landing page with all the links on, so like a links page, and then you can go from there to different places, like to buy my books, to get onto a newsletter, to get to my website. And so I will keep that landing page up. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do. There are some brilliant pros though, both for the free plan and for the paid one, because it links up with my MailerLite, with my newsletter. Fabulous. And I would have to pay for my newsletter from 1,000 subscribers anyway. I'm not near that yet, spoiler alert. So I've got a lot of time where I can like build that up. Once I have to pay for my newsletter subscribers, I get the websites included anyway. So eventually, this is what I think in long term, eventually I would have my newsletter cost, my website costs. With MailerLite, it's just one cost because it's included in it. So eventually I'm sort of like almost future proofing in that respect because it's linked up. When I get to a lot of subscribers, I may need to work out where the best place is to go then. But for now and for a long time after, this is actually going to be good in the future. So I'm going to have a year or so with this .mailerlite.io on my website. But then after that, I can use my domain name because I'm still going to pay for that. I can hear my daughter coming up. You okay, sweetie pie? Cool. You're just getting some toys?
I was being baby and lying down. She ran off before I got up. She told me to play baby and sleep.
Oh no, don't, because then you might actually go to sleep, because I would.
Oh no, I was told to close my eyes and I wasn't allowed to play.
Oh. My friend is here looking after my daughter downstairs while I film this because my mum's away, my husband's away, couldn't get into nursery, so big shout out to my best friend. So let's talk about this newsletter website because I am so excited. I want to show you it. I think I've done a really good job. I was also extremely happy with the usability of it. It was very similar obviously to like when I'm doing my newsletters. Side note, I've not actually done my newsletter for like months on end. So there's going to be another video because I've been revamping all of that. So stay tuned. It looks awesome. I'm now real fancy because I have an automated 3 email sequence because we're just that kind of person now. So let's go and have a look. I'm going to show you my website as it is, and then we'll go on to the landing pages that I've got and why I've got landing pages, and then we'll go on to the back end so you can see like the MailerLite website and how you put together the site itself if you're interested in that sort of thing. So this is my website. Everything you see here is stuff that I have designed. So this top bar here, the header bar, that was already there, and I selected having my logo, which I've just done as that now, and then you can edit what your pages are called. Now remember, one of the cons of having the free account is that you only have 5 pages. If you look up here, you have the URL which has the MailerLite.io on it as well. But I don't mind that personally right now because I'm trying to save some money, and this is one of those ways that I have done that. So if we have a look here, this is something that I put together on Canva and then uploaded it as an image. So this is my title. By the way, trying to find a font was extremely difficult because I wanted a font that screamed like paranormal and fantasy but also romance and wasn't more than one or the other. Anyway, that took me a long time. I have to say, putting together the website actually wasn't as involved, well, didn't take me as long as I thought it would. It was more the faffing around with colours, fonts and how it looked, just the style of it, rather than the actual putting together of the website. So this is an image I put together. My tagline I've put as heroines who rise because I realised and I want my books to have strong sort of female presence who overcome stuff to get to where they need to be in life, to find their voices and to rise from the ashes. Now, I've done that because I feel like I have had to overcome a lot, and it's something that's a big part of my journey to where I am now. And also when I was growing up, I very much like was drawn to stories that had that strong female presence and had that strong female like overcoming a lot of things. Either they were put down, they've tried to be kept inside a box, they've been made to be quiet, and so it was very important to me that women find their voice and rise from the ashes. That's why I've gone with this like phoenix sort of idea and heroines who rise as my tagline. So that's sort of what that means as a little side note. So then we come down into the main part of the website. So this is my home page. This is my series title. Underneath we've got that it's an NA romantasy. And then this here, calling fans of Fourth Wing, From Blood and Ash and Throne of Glass, are you ready for the Druids? So that is just like a little tagline almost. Now most importantly, these are 3 books that give you an idea of the vibes of this series, and also whilst I do agree with those books, they're also books that people have mentioned in reviews. So I am pulling from reviews what people have compared it to, which, by the way, to be compared to anything like Fourth Wing, that is like up there. And then this is an image that I have added in, so when it's on mobile it will be a little bit smaller, and it is hyperlinked to my book page. Let me just go back to the home. And that is just like, again, a little bit of a teaser. So a mountain ash lined wall has protected them from the dark druids for 1,000 years until now. So hopefully drawing people in, leaving them on that hook. And then you've got diving into a new realm of forbidden love, warrior trials, and a power hungry evil lurking in the shadows. Again, linking to the first title of Shadows. So that is just like a bit of a teaser, and you click on that and it goes to the book page. And then again, I've got my second series on here. So again, Soulbound is a YA paranormal romance, perfect for fans of Teen Wolf and Shadowhunters. So each series has got like a, oh, do I like these sort of stories? This one's probably for me. And again, I've got an image of the free prequel story, the omnibus edition, and then the book covers. Binge your way through this complete trilogy with slow burn romance, possessive shifters, runaway teens, and incredible magic. And again, that will link to the book page. Now, this is another, because I want to be open with you, this is another one of those limitations. I can only have 5 web pages. Now, what I would like to do is, like my old website, is have a page for each series, but there aren't enough pages, so I've got all the books on one page, and I'll show you how that looks in a minute. Then this is the joiners, the sign up form, and this links directly to my newsletter, plus point, on the plus column here. So again, I've got for cozy behind the scene vibes, bonuses, first looks, quizzes, bookish chit chat, probably all about paranormal and fantasy if we're being honest, release announcements, and even more. Sign up to my mailing list. There are some exciting things coming to my newsletter. I'm doing a video on my newsletter because I'm all fancy now and have an automated mailing list. There's like 3 automated emails if you sign up, because we're just cool like that now. I'm in the cool gang. But to be compliant, we've got about review our privacy policy. Now, for some reason, this is one of the only places I could not link my privacy policy, because this is white writing, and whenever I linked it, it just like disappeared on the page. You couldn't see it. It was a whole thing. But the privacy policy is linked down at the bottom of the page, so it is available. Underneath the joiners, I've then got just this little intro about who I am, so it's like a reminder. I was going to put a picture on there, but then it made the text a bit longer, and I was like, no, don't need to put my picture everywhere. So hi, I'm Rianne, your fantasy paranormal romance author. And then just literally like 2 sentences about who I am. So mum of 2 feral humans, chronically ill with a side of insomnia, lover of chai lattes, coffee shops and books. I'm really trying to inject my personality into here so you can see who I am as an author. My worlds have heroines who find their voice to rise from the ashes, passion with delicious tension, men to fall madly in love with, characters who make you smile, a boatload of fantastical plots, and most likely a typo because those buggers get everywhere. Again, trying to get my personality in there. At the very end of this page is my footer. This is the same across all the different pages. I've got my social media links. These here are the links for the different pages on my website. I've got an extra link here to my links page. This is a landing page. And again, extra link here to my privacy policy. And that is a landing page. I'll go through the landing pages in just a moment. Then if I move on to the About tab, oh hey, that's me there. So hey, this is me, Rianne. I've got a quick little intro there about what you can expect from my books, and then a little bit about me, and also signing off there. Now this is actually a font in Canva, but this is very similar to my actual writing when I sign my name. Not for any important documents, I mean for like when I sign my books and stuff. Then I've got this here. Now I haven't actually put pictures in yet because I've quite frankly not taken them. I'll be adding them in later. But again, I thought I saw this somewhere. I cannot remember where I saw it, but I thought it was a really cool way to show off a bit of personality. Now obviously that is for when you've got lots of people working for you, but as an indie author we wear lots of different hats. months. So I thought it'd be quite funny to do, well, not funny, but quite fun to do this. And it, again, injecting a bit of personality. So again, a bit about the writer, the editor, the publisher, the manager slash tech support, but sometimes the tech support is my husband, social media marketer, YouTuber, and then the critiquer. So these are all the different things that I do in my job. Again, on this same page, I've got the sign up form, which links to my mailing list, and that's on every page, so you can't miss it because that's what we want people to do. And then the footer with all the links in again. So let's move on to my books page. So this heading here, I did that in Canva, loaded it up. The background is also from Canva. Then, so let me just wake up the page. As I scroll down, it fades. I don't know if I like that or not. What do you think? Can you let me know in the comments if you like that it fades and opens up, or if I should just have it open? Right, so we have got the different series. So I've got the first 3 series in that book, and then the next 3 series as in the trilogy. I don't know if I want to put a title up here yet. Haven't decided. Again, let me know if I should. So what I've done, because I have got to get 6 books really on this one page, I have tried to keep this as this bit of writing here like a bit of like a really short teaser, and when you click on it, it takes you to the Amazon page. Now this does take you to the correct Amazon page for wherever you live. So I'm in the UK, so it takes me to the UK Amazon. If you're in Canada, for instance, it will take you to the Canadian Amazon webpage. But I wanted just a short teaser that gave you an idea of what that book is, but without putting the whole blurb in, because then that would be too much writing on one page, and I just don't think it would work. So if you're watching this, not watching this, but if you look at this on mobile, it will be the image first, the book image first, and then a bit of writing. And I just think if there's too much writing, there's too much to scroll. So again, we've got all 3 books there. This one's coming soon, so this link don't work because it's not linked to anything yet. Again, book 3 is coming soon. Are you ready for the Druids? And then we go, I have got a demarcation here, but again, should I put a title in there to say these books are from the Soulbound series? Probably, actually. So then we again, at the beginning of each of these, for each story, I've put a complete trilogy, join the newsletter to get a free prequel story. And I actually might join the newsletter, link it to the join us page, which has the newsletter on it, just to be really clear that that's how you can do things. Again, a really quick teaser, quick teaser. And have you noticed the different titles I've got for my buttons, just because I wanted to? I want to be bouncy. So I've got Dive In for the first book, I've got Read Me, and then I've got Coming Soon, and then for the other series I've got Start the Journey, Find the Magic. Oh, what does that mean? And The Final Battle, which means the final battle because it's the last book. Again, at the end of this page, I've got the sign up form, the join us form, because this is something that's really important to try and get people on your mailing list. And then I've got a very slim line, just again, it's that repeat, but smaller writing, just as like reminder of who I am, and the links. Then move on to the joiners. So again, the newsletter is at the forefront of this page, and then this Facebook group. So if you're not part of my newsletter and you want to be, please go and sign up for it, because my newsletter group, when the first newsletter is going out again at the end of this month, and I'll be totally honest, I have not released a newsletter for months. So this is like, I'm almost like starting over with this. I will be doing a new video on newsletters and my automated sequence as well, if you're interested. So keep your eyes peeled, subscribe to this channel so that you can keep your eyes out. But this is going to be a Facebook group. I wanted somewhere that I can communicate a bit more with like readers and have that bit of more back and forth. Instagram and TikTok are good, but I don't think it's as good as like a dedicated group where we can just talk all things books. Now, I will be doing this soon because I really want to get my newsletter subscribers involved in this process. Like, we're going to come up with like names, we'll come up with polls, we'll come up with things to post. They will decide what they want to see in the Facebook group, and we'll have all fun things like that. I've then also got this incentive, so giveaway. The first 50 people to join and participate in our new group will be put into a prize draw to win an Amazon ebook off their wish list, up to a certain price, and I'll go live in the group to randomly pick a winner once we have 50 bookish friends. And then once I've got 50 bookish friends, we may do another giveaway for like the next bit, just to try and like get people involved. I thought that was quite cool. What do you think? Let me know. But that's coming soon because I really want to get my newsletter list involved in the making of that. And that won't be this month, it'll be next month that I do that. And then my beta critiques, and I have updated my webpage. The other one just looked a bit like boring really. This is my critique service that I do for other authors, so it's important to get this page on there. And I've split it up with like different colours and different fonts and different sizes to make it easier to read and easier to chunk up for the eye. I was really diving into my psychology here from my degree. So I've got some images here that I did on Canva again, and then split it up with bigger information, just like to split that information up and like to draw your eye to the more important things. I've then got some testimonials going on here, and again I did all of this really easy because there was an actual testimonial block that I could add in, so that was easy to do. And then again, what books I read. These are some of the key questions I consider when I'm editing, both my work and other people's. So if you want to have a look at those, you can. So I've got writing, got characters, and I've got the actual story. You can just pick those if you want. I've got the costing, and then I've got this here, which is a contact form, but also you can come over onto Instagram to contact me as well. I haven't added onto here the newsletter because I feel like the newsletter is very much for like the reading side of things, and this is very much for the writing side of things. And then I've also not put down who I am because I feel like that wasn't important on this page. So that is my website. So let's have a look at some of these landing pages. I've got 3 landing pages. I'll tell you what, we'll show you on here. So the first landing page is a links page. This will go in the back of my books and on social media and stuff like that. So on my links page, I've tried to make it look a little bit like my website in terms of I've got my logo up here. These here link to the different pages on my website. So you can easily get to my website from these link pages. So newsletter, I've got take me to the sign up, so that takes you to the join up page there. I did have a sign up form here, but because I'm on the free plan, I cannot link up sign-ups on my website and on the landing pages to the same place unless I'm on the paid account. So what I've done is, like every other link on this page, and it is a link page, it takes you to a different place. So this link takes me to the newsletter link on my website. I've got some of the courses that I've done. These are affiliate links. So we've got HB90, the Plan Your Path Forward, and Publish and Thrive. That's opening again soon, so keep your eyes peeled if you want to get involved. That's probably one of the biggest things I'd recommend taking if you're starting out as well. And then I've got my book links. So these 2 book links take you to the series page, so you can see the different books. And the same for this one. It also has my omnibus on here. And then I've got my social media links, and then name a Facebook group. So once we have a name, which we'll be doing in the newsletter, my newsletter subscribers, once we have a name, we'll then link it on there and set all that up. So that is my links page. My links page also has a link for the privacy policy. If I go onto my website and you want to see the privacy policy, which I didn't have on my old newsletter, on my old website. So I feel like I'm getting there with being like all legit and stuff. Now again, I am part of the Publish and Thrive, the group, and so as part of that, Sarah has like a template that we could use for the privacy policy. We've taken it like from her, so I was able to just like copy and paste and just like add all my details in. So this is my privacy policy. We've got the website, the data. I've also got a cookies policy. I don't think I've got cookies right now, but I know they come up places, so I thought I'd best put some cookie information on there, and then also the affiliate link disclosure notice as well. Also a place where you can contact me, email me. That's through my domain name there. And that is the privacy policy. And again, on the privacy policy, I've got links to the links page, all the different pages on my website, down here, my social medias, and everything else. So it is all linked together, and I have spent a long time going through all of these links. But by all means, if you want to click on the link down below and go to my website and check any of the links out, let me know what you think, and also if any of them are wrong, let me know. So let's go on to the back end now and have a look at the actual MailerLite website. So this, I am on the free plan. This is what it looks like for me, and this is my site here. This is my website. So again, you've reached the website limit, publish more than one website. I need the premium plan. I only want one, so that's good for me. Overview. So let's have a look at the overview. So this shows you what's in there. This is my URL. So rianneedwardsauthor.mailerpage.io. One thing I will admit is that I am not very confident about SEO settings, and the amount of people that email me or like get into my DMs about, let me help you with your SEO, and they're all like spam pages as well. And I'm like, I don't understand that at the best of times. Don't come at me with your spam. Anyway, so we've got the website title. So I'll click on the edit settings so you can see it was quite easy for me to put some of this stuff in even without knowing a lot about SEO. So I've got my URL, that's the website you want to call it. Don't forget it's going to have this .mailerpage.io. I've then got the, if I go onto the home page, I've got this image here as the image there, the favicon. Oh, get me. Then we've got the SEO settings. So I've got a page title, page keywords, I've got a page description. I've not done a very big page description, but you have only got 145 to 155 characters anyway, which is not a lot. Site indexing, yes, because I want the sites to come up. A site map, so that will help with SEO. This custom robots text, no idea what that is. Let's just not do that. It's about how search engines crawl your sites. You can customize your site's robots.txt file. I haven't got a clue. This is something that I will need my other tech support, which is my husband, to have a look at, but he's a bit busy right now, so we can't really do that. Now, social sharing as well, that was on there. So when you share the website, this will come up for what it is, and then analytics. Again, that's something that I need my husband for, but I think that's a place where you can like edit what the code is used. So basically you can track who's coming from where essentially, but again, that's not something that I'm confident with, so I'm not doing it. Again, you've got your analytics, your automation here, which is the automated pages. So keep tuned, make sure you subscribe, because I think next week I'm going to show you my new newsletter, the automated sequence, and all of that shebang. So exciting. When you have an opt-in, you have a separate email that comes through that you have to click it to say yes. This is to be GDPR compliant, I think mostly in the EU, but other places as well. It's just good to be GDPR, don't know if that's it, compliant. Oh yeah, confirm your email address. This is what it will say. Please click the button below to confirm this is the correct email address to receive our newsletter. Okay, so I may spend some time editing that later just because I don't have the time to do it now. But if I do have time to film it, I'll add it on at the end of this video, so stay tuned. Then if I go back to my websites, we'll have a look at the landing pages. Now I can have up to 10 landing pages on the free website, which is absolutely fantastic. So these landing pages are not linked to the main site. You have to link to them directly, which is why on my main site you've got links to the links page and the privacy policy. I've also got a third page, which is my bonus content, and that will be linked into my newsletters so that you can get access to the bonus content on that web page. And on there you've got all the different bonuses that I have on there. So I've got bonus chapters and prequels and stuff like that. So anything that I'm giving to my newsletter subscribers will be on that bonus page, and that's a landing page. So again, I will copy that link over onto those emails so that people who are signed up can get access to it. But as with the other two pages, my other landing pages, I have set it up to look a little bit like my website, so you can get access to the website and all the different pages at the top as like the other two. Please ignore where it says subscribed here. That was when I tried to subscribe when I had the sign up form on my links page, that landing page, and it didn't go anywhere. I don't know where it went. Into the netherworld. Minecraft reference there from my son. I don't play it. So just ignore that there. That was me trying it, and these are the views. The conversion rate is only really relevant if you're getting people to sign up on that page, which you currently do on the free website. So that's just something to bear in mind. The conversion is going to be 0 because you're not really signing anyone up, unless you are. Obviously, that's different. Now, if I wanted to upgrade, I can do over here. However, on the free plan, you have up to 1,000 subscribers. As soon as you start paying, the first block is 500 subscribers. So there is a bit of a crossover where you would have to pay for subscribers when you wouldn't have to if you just had the free plan. However, once you pay for the newsletter, you get the websites, you get the sites included in the price. So you are sort of future-proofing insofar as you won't have two payments, you'll have one. So this is, it always goes on to the advanced, but the growing business is the one that you would want when you want to choose your plan. So 500 subscribers, that's the lowest amount you can get, and it is, again, it's gone to euros, let's go to US dollars. It's $10 a month or $9 a month if you're paying yearly, and then you get the unlimited monthly emails but for 500 subscribers, and then you get all in free, plus you get unlimited websites and blogs, unlimited landing pages, which is so cool. If you were to go up to 1,000 subscribers, which is when you'd have to start paying normally, so between 500 to 1,000 subscribers you are paying, but it would be £13.50 a month. So it would be £162 to have your website and your newsletter at the same time, not pounds, euros. One thing I do want to show you is, again, I'm part of the Heart Breathings community, so I get this information through. I'm just going to take you over to this website here. This is called Oh My High. So Heart Breathings, Sarah Cannon, has worked together with somebody online, and they've partnered together to create somewhere where you can create your website and have your newsletter service all in one. So it's really good for indie authors. I personally think it's for authors who are a little bit ahead of like where I am, for instance, because I'm in the process of trying to save money. But if I just go down to, there is like walkthroughs and peek throughs, you can have a little look at those. The plan you want is this one. This is the middle one, is the one where you get the website builder and also your email marketing, and that is $59 a month or $590 if you pay for the year. You get in 2 months free essentially. That does seem like a lot more money than the MailerLite one, but this allows you to send up to 10,000 emails. So if you only sent one email a month, that is 10,000 subscribers. For some people, that's obviously not enough and they actually send 2 emails a month, or you've got those that send loads of emails a month. But say you have a release month coming up, you may want to send an extra email when the book comes out. So then I don't know how that works, because this premium one here is basically them doing the website for you, and it's like $2,970 a year, which is a lot of money. Although actually, compared to some things, I don't know. I've never looked at creating my own website before because it's always been far outside of my price range, so I'm not going to look into it. So the middle one is what people want, but $59 a month. So if I go back onto here to get close to $59 a month, there we go. I would need 8,000 subscribers. But I do then get unlimited monthly emails on MailerLite. So for now, for the beginning part, with the free newsletter and the free website, I'm perfectly good where I am. When I get close to 1,000 subscribers, or I get to a point where I need more website pages, then I can pay. Eventually then I'll go through a period of time where I'm only paying for one because they're combined together, which is brilliant. And then it'll be much later after that when I have loads of subscribers. Like just having 1,000 subscribers sounds like a lot, but it'll be a long time after 1,000 subscribers before I need to start looking at where else I can go, maybe to combine things to make more money. One thing to note is that this Oh My High here, this is actually created for like indie authors, so this will really be tailored to us as creatives and stuff like that. So that is a good plus point here. I'll link this website down below. I'm not an affiliate for this one, but it is just something I wanted people to be aware of because it's something that I am aware of. So there are definitely pros and cons for having the free MailerLite web service. If you like the look of it anyway, then you can pay for it and have that upgrade. And I think it costs roughly the same as like some other places. It was definitely around the same cost as my other place. It's cheaper than some websites it's more expensive than others. You just have to look around and find the best one for you. I like this one because I found it really intuitive to put together. It was very similar to my newsletter, and it didn't take me that long to figure out, which for me, I'm not tech savvy, that was a really good point. And there is one tip I did learn, so I'm going to switch back to dual screen so you can see it. I'm going to go onto my website here, and we're going to pretend to edit it. This is just a really key point that please be aware of if you're doing this. It caused me a few headaches before I realised what was happening. So let's have a look. So for instance, this block here is a text block. So if I was to change the heading, the background, the different fonts maybe, and then press save, brilliant. This bit here says, do you want to apply these settings to all visible text blocks? No, you do not. Do not press apply, because if I did that, then it would change here, for example, because this is also a text block. So this here, the background, the font, the sizing would change to match the one I've just done up here, and vice versa. So if I edited this and then said, yep, change it, apply it to all blocks, up here would then get the same background and everything else. That took me a while to remember. The only thing you can really do when you can apply it to all blocks is like this, my sign up one, because I want that on all of them. That was the same. And then also your footer, your header and footer, you want it to be the same across all the same ones. So that was just something that I wanted to share, because it is something that did my head in quite a bit. So that is one of my top tips, is do not apply to all blocks across the site, because you'll have to go back and edit those again. I'm going to go through how you can edit some bits, because I think that's probably what some people are worried about. It's like how you actually change things and do things. So on here you've got your pages. So if I want to edit, I want to edit the books page. So I'll go onto the books here, edit the books. I can also change what you call it on the URL and change the name of it. I can hide it from navigation, I can mark it as a draft, and I can also sort out the SEO settings. This is really good because I'm not very good at SEO. If you click on it, it has like boxes, like keywords, description, you can just add that information in. So if I wanted to change this, for example, I would press the edit. This is just a small image and content box. I've got the buttons, I can take the button out, I can include the button, I can include text, not include text, and I can take out the media and include the media. And then again on the settings, I can change how much space there is at the top and the bottom. I can make it smaller, which looks weird. Narrow looks even weirder, or wide. I can do all these adjustments, just play around, see what makes sense for you. The background colour, the text colour and text style as well, the font. I can change all of that. And again, my button, I can change that colour there. Do I want to apply these changes to all visible small image and content blocks? No. So that is how I edit those. If I want the picture to change, I can click on the edit there. I can edit the image, add new images in. I can also link it if I need it to link anywhere. There is loads of things I can do. And another awesome thing about this is I don't want to do this on my website because I'd need the 5 pages. But if I had more than 5 pages, for instance, I would have my book series on a different page each. And I can do that as a drop down menu. So what I can do here is say join. I can move this about, so I can move the order, but I can move it and put it underneath books, which if I do it, I'm probably not going to be able to do it again, but you can put it underneath the books, so it's like a drop down menu. So I could then click on the books and it would have a drop down menu for the different series. That's really cool as well. Ignore this, enable the Sites Pro add-on. It doesn't exist. I tried, it just doesn't exist. You $10 a month, which is what it is anyway, so you have to actually sign up and do what I showed you earlier, which is the sign up form, the paid plan with the newsletter subscribers as well. But that's just a really quick update there. Once you have saved it, save it. It is pretty good at auto saving, to be fair, but once you've saved it, you can have a look at your preview. Now, one thing I will say is if you go to your landing pages and you change something on your landing page, you need to republish it. So let's say I've gone onto my links page. So I have gone on here. Let's say I've put in a new heading. Really simple. Put in a new heading, or text button, whatever, and then I've clicked on editing. I've then got new version available. You can now publish the new version. You need to click that for it to update across the different sites. And then if I was on that page here, if I then refreshed it or opened it up, it would have the new information on there. So that is my website. Please let me know down below what you think about it. I'd love your opinion, your input. If you find a mistake, let me know, especially if it's a link error. But yeah, let's have a little discussion about websites, and I'll see you next week when we talk about newsletters and automated email sequences and everything else. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.